Station Houston on Space Ground 2 for Nick and Don. Just a 1-minute heads up for the PAO event. We will start on time. We have not yet locked up on KU, but we expect that will happen.
Okay, copy that. We're in position.
Sounds great. Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
We are ready for the event.
Houston ACR, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Houston ACR. How do you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear. How us?
We hear you loud and clear. Please stand by for opening remarks.
Hello, my name is Parth and I go to Moser School.
And my name is John and I also go to Moser School.
We're speaking to you today from Rocky Hill, Connecticut. We would like to thank Michael Murphy and Gina Mary Davies for making today possible for the students in our community.
On behalf of the Rocky Hill Library, we would like to thank you for taking our time to answer our questions. We are honored to have this opportunity. Here's our first question.
Hi, my name is Grace. What degrees are needed to be accepted into the space program?
Currently, you need a master's degree or a PhD to apply to the astronaut program, and these degrees need to be in a technical field, engineering, math, science, that kind of thing.
Hi, my name is Kavini. How much distance in feet can you cover with one jump on the moon?
Kavini, thanks for the question. On the moon, gravity is about 1/6 of what it is on the Earth, so you can jump a lot further in one bound. We haven't been to the moon. We'd like to go. NASA's getting ready to go back to the moon, but when we were there before during the Apollo missions, they were able to jump 10 to 12 feet in one big step.
Hi, my name is Ronav. How will NASA use future technology to explore Mars?
Yeah. What we're doing now is the technology we're learning on the space station is for the trip to Mars and the trip from Mars back to Earth. The surface technology is something that we have not done for a long time, and NASA is currently working on developing the surface technology for not only Moon but also Mars.
Hi, my name is Vian. Since tardigrades and cockroaches are the most resilient creatures on Earth, have any experiments been conducted on them in space?
You know, both tardigrades and cockroaches have been subject of research in space. In fact, the European Space Agency is using cockroaches right now to try to figure out how to recycle waste. And tardigrades have been studied up here for how the space environment and radiation affects their genes and causes them to adapt and to mutate.
But if I saw a cockroach on station, I'd get my running shoes out and try to smash it.
Hi, my name is Abir. How do you emotionally and physically stay fit all up in the space station? And how many planets do you see over the period of time you spend up there?
To stay physically fit on space station, we have two kinds of exercise: cardiovascular exercise on a stationary bicycle or a treadmill, and then we have a weightlifting machine that can mimic lifting weights as if you're on Earth, but really we're in a weightless environment. And that's how we stay fit on station. And keeping your body physically fit is the route to staying mentally fit.
Hi, my name is Aiden. What advice would you give to a kid who wants to be an astronaut?
My advice is really simple. Keep hold of that dream and don't ever give up. Both Don and I applied many times to try to get selected before we were selected to become astronauts. All through your life, you're gonna face adversity, and don't give up when you face those challenges. Work hard and ask for help when you need it. Simple advice, but it works every time.
Hi, my name is Charlotte. How does the spacecraft take off?
Spacecrafts take off by lighting the main rocket engine, and you can see that on the launch pad. It makes a lot of smoke, a lot of fire, a lot of flame, but it's all controlled design fire and smoke and flame. And that gives the thrust necessary for the rocket to take off. It also looks really, really cool.
Hi, my name is Seisha. What is the coolest thing you've learned about space? And how is it helping you with the experiments you're doing right now on the space station?
You know, the coolest thing about the space station is the reason why we're here. It's to do science in a weightless environment, in a microgravity environment. And to demonstrate that, I'll just grab one of these robots here, pull it off the wall. And so this 50-pound robot just floats up here. And because it floats, we can test out all kinds of unique things about robotics and how it needs to respond. But it's not just robotics we're able to do. When we take gravity out of the equation, when we take it away, then we start to really understand nuances in processes and reactions around us and within us, and we better understand how to help each other, how to make better medicines, how to cure diseases, how to make better materials. All of those things are things that we discover by doing research here on the space station.
Hi, my name is Mark, and we learned all about how the phases of water make life possible on Earth. How does ice form in space, and does it have a different crystal structure?
Ice forms in space almost like ice forms on Earth. The crystal structure is still the same.
Hi, my name is Vin. What is the latest research being conducted on the space station?
Wow, there's so much that we're doing. And today, in fact, I just got done working on a 3D printer, the biofabrication facility, where we 3D print tissues, human tissues, so that we can potentially, in the future, use them as transplant tissues or transplant organs on the ground. That's just one example. We also do research on the outside of the station. We performed a few spacewalks last month, and both of those spacewalks had some part of science in them. We were working on an X-ray telescope that studies neutron stars and black holes, and then we were also swabbing the outside of the station to look for microorganisms that might be out there, because we brought them up with us, and we're trying to see if they could survive in space. So we do all kinds of cool things up here.
Hi, my name's Nikita. If a new planet enters our solar system, how will it affect the orbits of the other planets?
Wow, if a new planet just zoomed through our solar system, it would disrupt everything, because a new planet would have its own gravitational field, and that would mess with all the other planets. And maybe it would be good, maybe it wouldn't be so good. It would depend on the circumstances.
Hi, my name is Billy. Do you ever get to play games or have fun at the International Space Station?
Absolutely. You don't have to try real hard to have fun up here. First off, I'm up here with some great crewmates, but when you get to make somersaults and flips and bounce all over the inside, it's like you've got your own little amusement park ride inside the station, because we float too. So that's always fun. And then it never gets boring to go over to the window and look down at the Earth, or look up at the skies deep into space and see all those stars.
Hi, my name is Charlotte. I just saw the Northern Lights from Connecticut. What do the Northern Lights look like from the International Space Station, and do you study them from space?
The Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis and Aurora Australis, they are intensely beautiful from space. They look like glowing amoebas crawling around in the sky.
Hi, my name is Aiden. How do you communicate with Earth?
Aiden, we use radio waves in many different ways. We've got ham radio up here so that we can talk to amateur radio across the world. We also use other satellites, and we send our signal up higher, and then those go down to dishes. But we use radio waves in order to speak to the ground.
Hi, my name is Savi. What is the speed of the spacecraft when it's going towards the moon?
Well, first let me tell you the speed of the spacecraft to go into low Earth orbit for space station. It's 8 kilometers per second. That's like 17,000 miles an hour. To go to the moon takes 50% more velocity to get there. So you're going about 12 kilometers per second, or around 25,000 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Kuvam. Astronauts tend to get taller in space due to the lack of gravity. Do they shrink to their original height after returning to Earth?
Yeah, Kuvam, I grew 2 inches when I came up here, and when I go back down, I'm going to lose those 2 inches because the force of gravity starts to compress my spine, and it starts to bend a little bit and get a little bit shorter. But the same thing happens to you when you sleep every night. When you lay flat, your spine slowly expands. So you're a little bit taller when you wake up in the morning, and then by the end of the day, after gravity has kind of weighed you down a little bit, you're a little bit shorter.
Hi, my name is Raban. What is the research that only can be done from the International Space Station by astronauts and not from the Earth?
The kind of research we do on space station is research where gravity has a major factor in the equation. So if the research could be done on Earth, then it stays on Earth. But if gravity plays a major role in the science that you want to do, then it comes to the International Space Station.
Hi, my name is Teddy. What is your favorite thing about living on a space station?
I've mentioned being able to do flips and floating and being able to look out the window and and those are amazing things. But my favorite part of the space station are the crew that I get to spend this time with, because I always find that when I look at the Earth out the window, it's so much more enjoyable when I've got somebody there with me to enjoy the view. When I'm doing flips in zero G, it's always more enjoyable when there's somebody there to do the flips with you as well.
Hi, my name is Finn. Where do the astronauts get their water from?
We recycle our water on station. So initially we bring up so much water, and after that we take water, we drink it, we have it in our food, and then when we work out we sweat, and that goes into the atmosphere. We condense that, clean it up, and reprocess it, and then we take the water from our urine and process that and use it over again. So our water is recycled and recycled and recycled, and we do bring some makeup water because we lose a little bit every time. But this is the kind of technology we're going to need to be able to do when we return to the moon and when we go to Mars.
Hi, my name is Anna. How do you stop a spacecraft in space?
Yeah, that's a great question. In just a few weeks, I'm going to get ready to go back down to Earth. We're going to undock and go back and land. And so how do we do that? We actually slow down. The direction we're going, we turn our engines in the opposite direction, and we fire to make ourselves go a little bit slower. And then that little bit of slowing down will lower our orbit until our capsule is in the atmosphere, and then that's when drag takes over. So just like if you stuck your hand out a window when you're in a car driving, you feel that force of the air. Well, that force slows down the capsule so much, then we can open some parachutes and land softly on the ground or in water.
Hi, my name is Jeremy. Do you hear any sounds from space during a spacewalk?
You do hear sounds, but they're all internal to your spacesuit. There are fans and there are pumps and there's air rushing around in your helmet to keep the visor from fogging up and to keep the carbon dioxide from building up. So there's a lot of sound inside of your spacesuit. But interesting, because the pressure is lower in your spacesuit when you're doing a spacewalk, you cannot whistle. If you pucker your lips and you try to whistle, it just doesn't work.
Hi, my name is Charvi. Could you please share any exciting moments you experienced at the space station? Thank you.
Now, there's lots of exciting moments up here, but the one that probably will stand out the most to me are moments when I'm doing a spacewalk and you're out there in your own spacecraft with a little tether holding you to the station, working on the outside of the station, and being able to see the space station in front of you, and then behind it watch the Earth glide by. The perspective changes you. It's an amazing moment.
Hi, my name is Riley. What things are harder to do on the ISS than on Earth, and what things are easier to do?
Oh, when you're on space station dealing with a whole bunch of little tiny parts like nuts and bolts and screws and things like that, that's difficult because they all float away. But dealing with something large, the size of a refrigerator, you can push that around with a couple of fingers. That's easy.
Hello, my name is Yonav and I go to Griswold Middle School.
And my name is Charlotte and I go to Stevens School.
On behalf of the Rock Hill Library and the entire Rock Hill, Connecticut community, we'd like to thank the crew of Expedition 72 for their hard work, service, and teaching us about the work they do.
We wish you success and a safe return.
Thank you so much for your questions. We wish you all the best. Keep asking wonderful questions and stay curious.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
Thank you to all the participants. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communication.